Hi, my name is Dillon and I'm the Vegas B&B expert. In this video, we're going to talk about what the political climate is of Airbnb. Okay, now here in Vegas, we call it short-term rental. Okay, that's the legal designation, or STR, just the initials for short. And a lot of people looking at the fact that the city has basically a stance against short-term rental and against Airbnb, a lot of people look at it, especially people that are not from here, and they're like, oh yeah, it's because of the hotels, right? Because that's the big business here. And you know what? That might be part of it behind the scenes, but certainly the outspoken group of people that are leading the charge against it are neighbors of people that are running Airbnbs that they don't like, that aren't doing it in a way that's nice for that neighborhood. And so the city itself, okay, and I'm making a distinction here between city and county. The city is basically old downtown over to Summerlin, and most everything else is county. It's illegal in the county, okay? So basically where all the hotels are, it is illegal. But in the city is run by the mayor, right? And then you've got a city council around the mayor. And each one of those city councilmen or woman, we have a female mayor, and we have an amazing female mayor pro tem, which is kind of like a vice mayor, you know. And the city council members represent different wards, okay? And so the political environment is that the city kind of doesn't like it, okay? They tend to not always vote in favor of Airbnb. In fact, quite often they're voting against it. And that's before you get approval from the city council and the mayor. You have to go in front of the planning commission. And the planning commission traditionally really dislikes short-term rental. I've seen them vote against short-term rental 10 times in a row in a single meeting. And the reason why it's important to know about the political environment is that if you don't understand what you're stepping into, and you don't realize that there's been kind of this history where the city has been changing the laws to restrict it and restrict it and restrict it, and you haven't maybe even seen that they have a new enforcement team that can come in and charge you a lien against your property of up to $2,000 per day, then you might not realize how much money you can lose from doing Airbnb if you do it wrong and you haven't thought about it ahead of time. I mean, if you're going to do it right and you're going to get the house and you're going to spend maybe $10,000 on outfitting the property to make it suitable for your guests, you want to also make sure you look at what it's going to look like to make sure you're legal. Because if you're not legal, they're going to probably find you. I mean, the task force is getting really good. And if you have to all of a sudden take this plan that you had and all of the money that you put into it and switch that to just renting the property out, it may not make the money that you had anticipated when you were going to buy the property to be able to pay back your investors or your lenders in the way that you wanted to. That being said, if you understand the political environment, you understand the permitting process, and you understand what you're going to get into it for and how much you can make, then I would say that this is one of the most lucrative businesses that you could be in. And that's what I help people do. So if you're in that boat, that you're looking at trying to see how this is going to happen and what to really be able to expect, you should reach out to me and let's have more conversations about how it's going to work for you.